Good morning, everyone. My name is Donna Combs, and I'm from Breathitt County High School, and I teach special ed children, but I work in a regular ed setting as well. I co-teach 5 periods a day, and some of the issues that I see, not only with my SPED kids, but also the regular ed as well, is what are we going to do after high school? How am I going to be successful? What do I need to do to get ready? And like some of them said earlier, high school or college is not for everybody. Training, technical school is not for everybody. So I kept thinking, what can I do? I always try to prepare my students for real life. Okay, so what I come up with is similar to what the ladies in the first presentation did too, but we called this one the Bobcat Store, and we're going to use supply and demand to make our stuff. We start out with simple products, for instance, like this. Okay, we're going to sell these at 3 different sizes. Cowbells, of course, at ball games is always fun. So we're going to do these, and personalization is a thing that everybody likes. It's either embroidered or personalized, get a decal here, a decal there, something that everyone thinks, okay, nobody's going to steal this one because this is mine. Some of the other projects, and what we had to do in order to get this, we start from the top. So the first thing that we had to do is, once I got the students on board, we had to start the paperwork. You don't sell anything in the school system unless you get a fundraiser request. So my students had to fill out and get approval for a fundraiser request. That was their first step. The next thing was to start making the list of the items that they wanted. And in order to do that, we first come up with an idea of getting a Cricut and making personalization, okay? Well, that was a stumbling block for me because I'm pretty crafty. I do quilt and knitting and all that stuff like that, but I'd never operated a Cricut. I didn't know how you put the paper in, how's it cut it out. I had no idea. So I had to, once we got our Cricut, I had to learn how to do it before I can teach the students. So, because none of them had done it as well. But we got it, and we've started it. Some of the things the first thing was to complete the application. Next thing was to do the fundraiser request. We've got those 2 things completed. Now we're beginning to have the learning process. With this transition grant, these kids are going to learn some valuable, not only math skills, but communication skills. They're going to create a flyer, how to sell it. They're going to sell it with social media. They're going to sell it within our school. We're starting with our school. We're not going to venture out yet until we get this going in the right direction. We have already kids that is verbally going out and getting orders. They're going to create their own flyer. I'm trying to just be the overseer. And these kids are, and you got to remember, these are some of these students that is creating this has got IQs anywhere from 60 to 84. Okay, so math in general is difficult for some of them, but talking, they're an expert at that. They have no problem doing that one. Okay, so if you look at the timeline there, that's how we're going to create it. We're going to create their advertisement. They got to make their product, sell their product. They're going to keep accurate records. And what they're going to do right now is put it on this, then we're going to transfer it to an Excel spreadsheet or technology. But as we all know, sometimes technology is not the most perfect one, but a good old hard copy, you've got all that to fall back on. Some of the next things will be to calculate the profit. Right now, all they're seeing is we're going to make it, I sell this for $15, I get $15. Okay, they're not looking at how much did that cost to make that product. So we're taking some items like this right here, which is what you use. This is the vinyl, and then this is the one of my co-workers told me that in order, some people says you have to do transfer tape to make to get the designs to stick on. Somebody told me that you could use contact paper. So that's what we did. It's a lot cheaper. That means you get more profit. So we're taking contact paper, once we get our design cut out, putting the contact paper over it and then transfer it onto the item. Some of the things that we're gonna make, not only with this stuff here, but it's also t-shirts, car decals, and caps. As we continue to do that, I'm trying to explain to the kids, yeah, you have all this started up already, but it's costed somebody somewhere. So in order to do that, in order to continue to make a profit, to keep your business going, then you have to sell it at a higher price, at a price that where you can get a profit from that. Not just because we have a startup already. A lot of people with small businesses don't have startup. They have to come up with it. But this project right here is excellent for my kids because a lot of them don't know what they're going to do. And they can see that out of a simple machine, cost a couple $100, and then some products, they can make a good business out of it. I'm going to have some guest speakers or former students that has created products like this and that now has a full-time business, and they just graduated from high school a couple years ago. They didn't have any college degree or anything to do it. So I'm hoping that the kids can see there's more out there to real life than just going to college or technical school, which I always encourage, but there's a fallback, and you can do this on the side as extra money or anything. So any questions?